Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and just got done watching the Kentucky Wildcats. Unfortunately, they took their first loss in a very hostile environment in Clemson. Clemson played really great defensively, man. I mean, I could sit here and blame the refs all I want, but it's not why they lost. Kentucky lived and died by the 3 tonight. You know, sometimes you live by the 3, but tonight, they really died by the 3. They had a lot of open looks at times. I'll tell you, Oway had some, didn't go. Jackson Robinson had a few that didn't go. Kirk Reese had one that didn't go. I mean, some open looks that just didn't fall tonight. And look, it was a really physical game. You just gotta give credit to them. That's how they play. Their bigs are relentless in terms of how they work in the post. Like, Ian Shefflin played hard. I don't think he's that skilled. I don't think he's that skilled, but damn if he isn't a hard-working player. He had 20 rebounds tonight? 20 rebounds? But I mean, yeah, 20 rebounds, but I don't know how you only have one foul. They just need to be more physical tonight, but they just weren't. I mean, Clemson was just the more physical team, and they lost a ton when Lamont Butler went out of the game. And they lost a lot when Lamont Butler went out of the game with the foul trouble and tweaked his ankle. Kirk Reese wasn't good tonight. Man, I've never been that high on him, but I at least wanted good minutes off the bench, and they just didn't get it tonight. They fought. I mean, it's not like they didn't fight in this game. I mean, they fought. And they tried, but Ian Shefflin was just big tonight. Just an impressive defensive performance by Clemson. They shut us down from beyond the arc at times. But, I mean, we missed a whole lot of open threes. Like, yeah, they put a lot of pressure, but we had some open threes that didn't go. That was just well-done performance. 11 points, 20 rebounds. He struggled to make shots, but he fought. Just everything went wrong. Hopefully they come out strong against Gonzaga. But I don't know how you only have 3 fouls in the last about 30 minutes. But maybe they weren't fouling, but it happens. I mean, you're going to have games where you struggle, you just have to learn from them. I mean, to me, foul trouble hurt bad in the first half. Probably the worst game Andrew Carr's played. Lamont Butler played good, but just, I don't know, nobody played really great tonight. I think a lot of the performance tonight is credit to Clemson. Like a poor shooting night for Kentucky in first half foul trouble. Kobe Bryant just didn't take many shots tonight. Part of his issue was his aggressiveness. He needs to hunt shots more. I mean, I don't know if the three-point play should have been set for Ortega at the end. I mean, it happens. I mean, Clemson dictated the style. It's hard to execute cleanly in a fist fight and still had chances. This experience on the road can help them go forward. I don't see why it can't. I mean, sometimes you're going to have rough games. Like I said, I can blame the refs, but Kentucky, sometimes we live and die by 3 tonight. You see what happens when you on the road when you don't shoot it well. Even when you have open looks and they don't fall. It happens. Like, it's college basketball. Kentucky will be fine no matter how many fans are on jump bridges overnight and jump off this team. I still think we're a good team. I'm not going to overreact to one game. Just sometimes it happens. A tough loss. They did not play great basketball. Not concerned moving forward, though. They'll get better, clean things up. What I really learned tonight, Lamont Butler, I feel like is the most important thing of the team. They tried being physical and got called for fouls. Like, even if we're not shooting great, we're still in the game. And sometimes they try to be physical. When they did, they called fouls. I don't know if this Clemson team's that good, but it must be tough playing on the road there, apparently. Kirk Reese played way too much, in my opinion, that's for sure. Lamont getting foul trouble early. That hurt as well. You know, sometimes coaches have bad nights, and look, I know Kobe Bryant wasn't shooting much tonight, but you could have got him shots, man. That's kind of my opinion there. I guess I'll give my final thoughts here and go over the stats and call it a night here before I recap the Warriors choking their game. These are my thoughts on the game, and yes, it may be a few minutes, but if you want to listen to me, sure, go ahead. I don't know, man, about Kirk Reese. I just don't know if he's that guy. Like, the offense flows much better with Lamont Butler on the floor, and the defense is better as well. Like, Kurt's lazy on offense and hurts the team when running sets and just other plays because of this. Like, it's just a lack of effort and decision-making at times. It's kind of holding the team back, and he's not great defensively either. Just off screens. Just off-ball defense. Jackson Robinson, Otega Oweh didn't have ideal nights, but honestly, no one played great, so I won't hold it against them. Everyone had their struggles. We just need to see more consistency from everyone across the board. And the key to winning the game was Andrew Carr, because he's more mobile than their bigs, but he performed very poorly. We need him to be more of a presence inside, both offensively and defensively, especially in these type of matchups. To me, and Amari played okay, he played solid, and he wasn't the reason they lost. There's just no major complaints from me about him, other than a few natural mistakes that are fixable. Like, the real issue is the rebounding, which needs to be much better from the whole team because they have too many offensive rebounds, especially that first half. Shooting, they only shot 25% from 3 and 61% from the line. I guess a rotational issue I wanted to talk about was Kobe Bree came out of the game with 10 minutes left in the game and not come back until there were 23 seconds left. And why was Kirk Reese playing down the stretch when Lamont Butler was available and he was perfectly fine after he hurt his ankle? It just kind of doesn't make sense, and it feels like there was a lack of urgency in the rotations. I know Bria wasn't like shooting the ball, but they just were playing good defense. He just needs to be more aggressive hunting a shot, but I get the bad shooting nights happen, but when you can't hit shots, you need to put in the player that can make shots, which is Kobe Bria. Also, I'm not sure if it was by design, but Otega always shooting back-to-back threes at the top of the key, wide open, and missing them both was a killer, because missing those opportunities hurt. In defense, we held Clemson's two best players to combine 22 points on 6 of 28. I combined 22 points on 6 of 28, and we still lost. We just couldn't capitalize on it. On top of that, they were outworked really the entire game. Just not much hustle, not much energy in comparison to Clemson. And we just didn't like we wanted it bad enough. Clemson looked like they just wanted it more. I understand that a lot of these issues are early in the season. It's early in the season. I still think it's a good team. I'm not going to say this team's trash, they got exposed. But, I don't know. I don't want to say they got exposed, but I don't want to use the word exposed. I feel people use that word too much, throw it around without knowing what it is. But they have issues to fix before they play Gonzaga on Saturday on the road. And they need to learn to keep their head cool. Multiple moments where many of them lost their cool and did something stupid or foul. I feel like our night, it just never felt like our night. It just felt like Clemson was on. I mean, it sucks, but just a few things I wanted to clear up to worry about, but I think they'll be fine. Like, sometimes you're going to have tough nights on the road in college basketball. It is what it is. And it requires you to be great, and we just weren't great. They just weren't great tonight. They just didn't get much from Kirk Reese, Garrison off the bench. They just didn't get much from Bria because he wasn't aggressive hunting a shot. Sometimes you're going to have rough games on the road. It's what it is. They just have to clean it up heading to Gonzaga on Saturday. Otega Oweh, 17 points, 7 rebounds, missed a few threes late. Butler, 16 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. If you can undo this on Saturday night in Seattle, and the fans will probably jump back on. They really need Lamont Butler to play more. But yeah, Butler 16, 5, and 2. He played well. Oweh 17 and 7. Jackson Robinson 12 points, 4 rebounds. Amari Williams 9 points, 2 assists, 11 rebounds. Had a few blocks. Andrew Carr 5 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Kirk Reese only had 2 rebounds, 21 minutes. They got into foul trouble and the bench played poorly, and that's just not a recipe for success. They just need to grab the rebounds. The officiating is off what was. It didn't cost them the game. They just need to make their free throws, and grab rebounds, and not let them get extra possessions. Because it's not like Clemson shot that well. To me. They just should have had Crease in the game as long as they did. Garrison 2 points, 2 rebounds, probably at his worst game. Almanor 2 points. Brea 3 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 for 3. Should have had him in the game more. But Kentucky drops 7-1, so for their first loss. Ian Shefflin 11 points, 4 assists, 20 rebounds. He didn't really shoot that great. He's not really that good. He just works hard. But hey, that's what wins games. Sometimes it may not be your skill. It's how hard you work. And he outworked Kentucky. Chauncey Wiggins 12 points, 4 rebounds. Locken 9 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Chase Hunter 10 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Zachary 11 points. Miles Foster 7 points, 4 rebounds. Dale Jones 4 points. Dylan Hunter 6 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And Clemson improves to 8-1. A good win for them. Kentucky shot 38% from the field, 25% from 3, 61% from the line, so just a rough night. If Kentucky makes at least a few more of those free throws, they could have won this game. That's just a poor night overall. It ended up even on the rebounds, 44 total, 15-15 offensive, 29-29 defensive, but Clemson really killed us the first half with offensive rebounds. And 12 turnovers, some bad turnovers, and they blocked a lot of shots. Kentucky did too, but Clemson 8-1. You know, you're going to have tough games like this on the road. And that was a very winnable game. I don't know if this Clemson team must be really good at home or something. They just outworked Kentucky. Like, they just don't have a guy who can go in his own shot in key moments against good defensive teams. Like, at the long season, they just didn't shoot well. I don't think they're a juggernaut of a team, Clemson is, but they worked harder and wanted it. I think Brownell is one of the best X's and O's coach in college basketball. He makes sure his players are defensive-minded and tough. He's a good coach. You gotta give credit to Brad Brownell or whatever his name is. Otega Owe had some pretty good looks at the end. 2 were easily considered open shots. Just can't make them all. Just didn't shoot well, but, you know, it happens. That's really all I gotta say. Kentucky losing their first game of the year, 70-66. They didn't play their best, but it's on to the next one. They're never out of a game. Like, even when the threes aren't falling, they'll fight in games, but they got to figure who can go get the buckets down the stretch. But yeah, 70-66, Kentucky loses. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, until next time, have a lot. Peace. And this is more calmer than what you'll hear in the Warriors recap. I'll tell you that. Peace.